So this year, I can't find organic straw or hay. Most straw and hay is filled with a form of glyphosates. So it kills weeds. It's a broad spectrum pesticide. And when you put it in your gardens, guess what it does to your plants? Kills them too. Can taint your food. So let me show you a solution to this that I think is going to be really reasonable for composting by putting a layer like people do wood chips or leaf mulch or straw or hay to keep your soil moisture in your soil healthy, which helps not dry out your plants, especially during dry spells. So it's great to have moisture on top of your soil to feed your plants. So let me show you, I think it's going to be my solution. So I purchased this off of Amazon. It's organic 100% Coconut Coir, and it expands in water, which is what I'm doing now. I'm letting it sit in water. About 8 gallons, might add more. And this is used also to mix into soil bases that you make on by yourself to save expense on buying bags of soil. So this brings a lot of moisture. I'm not going to use this as soil. I'm going to use this as a top dressing in my gardens. So I'm going to come back once it starts expanding. So it comes in this brick, 2 cubic feet. I'm going to try it, wait for it to expand and see how far I get in my gardens with it. It was $20 for 2 cubic yards. I am soaking it. Should take an hour. I might, like I said, might add more water. And this will top dress my gardens. Hopefully at least some of my gardens. We'll see what we get. So come join the journey for something organic that's going to be safe for your gardens than hay or straw. I started this video with a small chunk, 2 cubic feet of this 100% Coconut Coir, and it's organic. And I added almost 10 gallons of water. It was a solid brick. I didn't weigh it, and I should have. Just from the reviews, some people weren't getting a full 10-pound brick, but this was about $20. I had a change. While I was waiting for this, I was up planting some tomatoes and basil. Somehow, red ants found me, biting ants, and got me good. So with some St. John's wort oil, I'm fine. But anyways, what I wanted to do was talk about why do I even have this. Now, this here is a wonderful, wonderful way to build beautiful soil instead of buying bags and bags of soil. Let me bring you on in a little bit. Bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So a lot of people take this and then they mix it with regular topsoil, cheap potting soil, maybe some perlite, and make their own soil. So I was talking about earlier in my video that I need a different solution to top dress my gardens. And basically what that means is I cannot find organic hay or straw to put on my garden, the top of my gardens, to control moisture and where I don't have to be watering all the time. And it preserves the soil health, because what can happen is if the soil dries out and then it rains, the water can actually like hydroplane on top of your soil, and it removes all the nutrients, leaving you with plants that don't have soil health. So by keeping the top of your soil healthy, whether you use wood chips or shreds, leaf mulch, that's another option if you're not spraying. I just can't do hay or straw anymore. they're being sprayed in the fields with a broad spectrum pesticide to kill weeds. Then the horses are grazing on it, or the cows, and that becomes, even if you're using it and it becomes part of compost, that glyphosate is in your hay or straw, can kill your plants. If you're using it as compost, it's putting chemicals into your soil when you top dress to keep your soil health, and creating an issue of chemicals in your food again. So I decided that I would get this from Amazon and start putting it on top of my beds and like my tomatoes back over there, because they are containers. So you got to water containers every day, and especially tomatoes. So I also feed them comfrey compost along with kelp and a horsetail slurry. But I want to be able to keep the soil moist. So I'm curious of how much I'm actually going to have to work with for $20 and tax like 21 something. Versus, $4 or $5 for a bale of straw or hay. I won't have to worry about weed pressure. So that's wonderful right there. When you get hay, you're going to get tons of grass. Same with straw. Straw is a little more easier to, when you first lay it down, within 2 weeks, you'll start getting some pretty thin grass that you can pull out. I'm watching out for these bugs. I don't know where I have a biting red ant pile around here. So I don't know what it was that got me, but it got me good. So I'm just paying attention. I don't think it came in here. I didn't see anything, but I put the brick in my wheelbarrow. You can do it in a container. It's hard to break up this brick. It's compressed and very small. So a wheelbarrow is really the best solution. But you can break it up and then put it into like a 5-gallon bucket, bricks down here, and cover it with this. So you do like probably 20% of the coconut coir and then the rest of the water, and then let it sit for 30-40 minutes. So now I have this beautiful moist, that is really, really, really moist. That has held the moisture. And then when it rains, it will hold the moisture on top and let it seep down slowly to keep really good soil health. Let's see how much I can cover. Might be a little more costly, but organic is. And I want my food and my medicines to be organic. So today's my day. All right, this is just a little tip. I hope it works. I'm sure it does. People are starting to use it more as a top dressing than actually in the soil to make their soil. But this is beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to working with Coconut Coir. I'll put the link down below. I did watch a couple of videos on this, and you don't have to spread it real thick on top. So I'm excited. All right, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, yeah. And up came the wind and blew you my way. All right. Happy harvest. Happy life.